enterprises, organizations, companies adopting it, what's in it for them, right? Any companies, their primary motivation is not just to provide a service, but to provide that service that is cost effective. You can make money in providing that service. And what cloud computing provided is a business model where you did not have to pay for everything upfront. You paid for stuff that you used, only stuff that you used, and you could pay them as you go, right? Uh, think about even say 5-10 years ago, if you needed a server, it had to be planned. Um, you know, you cannot just go ahead and, hey, I need a machine. Let me just go to Amazon and just use my credit card and get a machine. You had to order it. It had to be set up by someone in IT, set up the OS, set up security. And it took a while to do it. And then if you had to get like thousands of servers, it had to be budgeted. And that budget process takes years, probably, maybe months, not years. So the cost was a very big factor in its growth. And in fact, when we talk about availability, reliability, it's the cost, because availability, reliability, you can do it at a much cheaper cost than if you had to do it on your own. And I think I covered a little bit about availability. Say, today, if you need 1,000 machines to do some work, if it had been the traditional machine you had to buy and use, it's probably 5-6 months of lead time before you got those machines. Another where this on-demand availability is very important is, hey, I want to run some performance test. And I'll be running it for, say, 5 days, and I need 1,000 machines. I run those tests for 7 days on 1,000 machines. Then what happens to those 1,000 machines? If I bought them for performance, they're sitting idle for the rest of the year. So on demand, when you can get machines and use them, and when you're done, you don't have to pay for them. That's a big advantage. Lot of finance companies I know, during the end of quarter, when they're doing a lot of these year-end calculations, they get extra compute, and then they just let it go. Those compute is not sitting idle. And then reliability is a big factor. If any organization had to do those, making sure your data is not lost, backing that data up, making sure you have 24/7 availability of services. If something happens, a flood happens, earthquake happens somewhere, you can get the services back up and running in another location, better known as disaster recovery. If you had to do it yourself, the cost would be tremendous. But cloud computing gives you that reliability at a very fraction of that cost, right? And then finally, it lets you focus on the core. You don't need to maintain a big organization that's focused on setting up servers, maintaining the network and all that. What you do is you let the experts handle it, and you focus on your core. Bank, insurance company, work on your core business, and let the big cloud providers, Amazon, Azure, Microsoft, IBM, provide the infrastructure for it, right? So that's basically is a big driving factor for companies to go the cloud computing way, because it helps them reliably provide the core functionality for that.